SquareTrade, my co-founder and I were together at business school. We were together at McKinsey. We just had two offices away from one another. It was 2000 and everyone wanted to start a company. And frankly, if you didn't raise 50 million, you felt like a loser. So we said, let's leave New York and let's go out west, young man, and try our fame and fortune. So we were rejected by 28 VCs before we finally did. Exits, I think, and maybe, everyone has a different perspective, but I think exits are very hard to plan for. The timing, who it will be, I think you have to just stay focused on building a great company. And then if you build a great company, things will happen when you least expect them. I don't think I could have ever succeeded at SquareTrade without having had so many people help me. Not just employees, but people who had no even financial benefit from helping me, from friends. Especially there were people who just helped me because they were Pakistanis like I was. And that ability to go to people, ask them what their experiences were, for them to connect me with other people, for me to learn from their wisdom, for me to ask them questions and for them to tell me what to avoid, or sometimes to encourage me when I was feeling really down. I couldn't have accomplished what we did without that. And I really feel that invisible infrastructure that we sometimes have, and perhaps there are good things about being Pakistanis, that perhaps these days maybe not so good things, but the great thing is that we tend to look out for one another. And I really urge every Pakistani or Pakistani American entrepreneur to not forget that. I really hope that if people come and listen to me, what they'll find out is that success is, well, for some people it's an overnight story, but for us it wasn't. It's good to persevere, it's good to have difficulties, it's good to struggle. And that it's good to take a very long and winding road to try to get ahead. And I really feel that at least our story is not a classic story where we start something in 2 years, Facebook comes and buys us for $10 billion. We struggled. It took a long time, but we persevered. And frankly, I think that's how most companies are built. And I'd love to share at least my long journey about what it took for us to keep going through good and bad times. Open, I think, more than the forum, it is feeling a kinship with people who would go over and above the call of duty to help you. I really do feel that Pakistani Americans or Pakistanis look out for one another, especially as we're a minority away from our country. And being part of that community, building those relationships, and even if not direct relationships, just remembering that we tend to look out for one another helps. And we tend to talk more openly. There is, I found it open, less posturing, less chest beating about, kind of how great each other is, but really just more honest conversations. And that's why I think open is a great forum.